chariot. Turtle, snail, armadillo, they all want to be able to see out. Does anyone remember the tortoise and the hare? Today it is all fast forward while 1,000 eyes reflect steel Achilles' heel, a way to feel, a place to bleed from, but the poisoned arrow got him in the end. Lesson learned, they say. Cover all flesh, and if you don't glitter, don't bother showing up for the parade. Behind barricades, in the red light's flashing zone, ambulances await casualties. This next one is kind of my observation on the state of intimacy these days. Oh my, it gets complicated. It's called adjustment. In this life, the Sphinx has no secrets on Match.com or eHarmony or any of those other sites that ensure a statistical density of possibility. Just ask Juliet. She got paired up with Harlequin, Hercules, Puck, and the entire Rams football team. An easy blush, a predilection for poetry, a balcony facing the sunset gets a lot of hits. Last heard from, a year ago, January it was, she was still trying to sort them out. I know what I want, she says. I made a list of pros and cons with a line right down the middle. 2 columns, designed to find the one and love will come. It is all a matter of fit, she says. Across town, in his SRO hotel room, Romeo drinks beer and stays up all night looking at Netflix film noir, late 30s through early 50s. After that, the lights came on and CinemaScope happened. He says it beats the nightmares he's been having since he got back from Iraq. Next year, he promises himself he will apply for the GI Bill and study to become someone, whatever that is. This next one, it's fun to play around with form sometimes. Anyhow, this is in the current issue of Out of Our, and it is simply Villanelle 4. So much exists within the mind, shifting between mundane and profound to complicate and bind. Last night I dreamt of porcupines, waltzing with a pack of hounds. So much exists within the mind, and vines all round them intertwined, until a twisted web was wound to complicate and bind. And did they see, or were they disinclined? Perhaps they could if change had sound, knowing what exists within the mind. Within a surety of worlds aligned, confusion sends a whale hell-bound to complicate and bind. We long to sit and drink fine wine, but then there comes a shaking of the ground. So much exists within the mind to complicate and bind. And this next one is it's just a simple one. Past life. It was lovely back in those days, in the beginning ones. I could climb trees, swing by my tail, chatter at the sun, scream when I needed to, survive together and alone. But then it all changed, and the trees were dying, and the air smelled of smoke, and the temperatures became unbearable. Last time I looked, our bones were still where we left them. No one knows we existed, but I can tell you this. We had some language, and we loved each other, and we liked to build things. Perhaps we would have enjoyed each other's company. I don't know. And this last one, let's all get political here. I wrote this on the night that we started bombing Iraq in a North Beach coffee house. War. So what do I say to you? Old enemy, tapestry woven in the hair of the dead, voice promising to rid the world of, to make the world safe from, fill in the blank. You are an ancient promise, made by faces on school walls, on statues, on money. You live on the blood of the young, whose names you chisel in stone walls to show you remember, to show you care. And I see you and I hear you by action, by belief, by silence, telling me you are ready for another feeding. And I listen and I see the walls multiplying, and I know soon they will bury us. And I promise you, when we meet again, I will not embrace you. I will not welcome you. I will name you and I will call you out for the nightmare that you are. And I will continue and continue until all that is left of me are ashes. Thank you.